Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center, and welcome to the world of magic and miracles, the industry of magic and miracles, and so much more. I greet you with a smile of newness, a smile of infinite possibilities, of laughter, of peace, security, well-being, and a smile that takes you away from everything that comes into your life to attempt to cause you to lose that smile that's always on your face, even though we can sometimes push it to the background. It's like watching a baby having to go to the bathroom and they have to concentrate and their face contorts and the smile leaves. That's how we look when we're paying attention to our problems and any difficulty in our life. Our face contorts, the smile leaves. And just like that child, once there's an elimination, the smile can come back. And you can feel the feeling of a life that surpasses all problems. And that's the simplicity of it all. We talk about raising your set point, getting on the elevated platform of living, getting on top of the wave. A smile does all those things very quickly, very easily, added with a pinch of laughing at yourself for succumbing to the constraints of the things that really have no effect on your being. We're all on this journey back to ourselves, back to home. The only thing that's different is that we're taking different roads, different highways, but we're all heading to the same place because that's where we came from. Some have chosen the scenic route. They want to experience all the vistas, all the views, stop in every town, sample the wares of each unique location. Others are looking for the shortcut, bypassing the busy cities, for there's something inside of them that's calling them home at a faster rate. Both are perfect. It matters not which way you choose to get home, because home is always waiting for you, always waiting for your return, No matter what you do, no matter how long it takes, home is waiting. And if there's more that you choose to experience and you take a longer time to find your way, there'll only be open arms upon your return. And if there is a desire so strong in you to get home immediately, those same arms will be waiting to greet you. Whatever you're experiencing in your life, whatever you hear from spirit, from your signal, it's real. And most times it's just for you. As you pass it on, no one has to validate it, because it came in the frequency that your being could receive. So if you came here to dance, dance. If you came to sing, sing. If you came to play, play. If you came to laugh, laugh. If you came to love, love. If you came to hate, hate. It's all part of something for you, something that you set up so that you would grow and expand. And it's also a part of something far bigger. It has a piece of the puzzle. And that's why we all have to be ourselves. It makes a huge difference in something we can't fully see or understand. So your destiny is to do what you came to do, to be who you are without apology. And if you get led to stop singing and start dancing, that's a part of it. But it's what you were given to know and to do without explanation. And so whatever it is you came to do, it is a gift if you are doing it. And if you're not doing it, we're waiting for you to do it. Without force or pressure. With space and with patience. It will show up. And now we have chapter 15 of This Life is a Hoot. In the meantime, your brain is fucked. This is titled A Wave of Walk-ins, A Day to Remember. Walk-in is a term that has been used to describe the event where one consciousness within a form is replaced by another consciousness, a giant transfusion that had to be agreed upon by both parties for it to happen. Once it is agreed upon, there is a set time and date for the one consciousness to leave and the other one to enter. This can happen through some kind of traumatic accident or even while you're sleeping. It can be just at the moment when a new baby is coming into the world or as an older person is leaving, and everywhere in between. But there's something new about to happen. The consciousness of your higher self is about to walk into your human form. There will not be a trading out or replacing of one for another, although it would feel as though that is exactly what's happening. This has never happened before, and it is connected to the arrival of the new world. Even as I speak these words, your body is being prepared for the immense essence that will inhabit its form. You may be feeling all sorts of changes, pains, and difficulties as your body is being prepared to hold the vibration and frequency of light and the consciousness that will take residence inside of your form. You may not feel as though you want to eat. You may have unusual aches and pains. You may not be able to sleep or need to sleep all the time. And you may even feel as though you are going to die. And mentally, you may feel like you're becoming incapable of functioning within the system of logic that you have utilized so naturally before. Your feeling of losing track of time will become more significant, as will your ability to remember from one moment to the next. In short, you will begin to feel as though you are losing your ability to function through your mental faculties on an everyday basis. Your body and your mind are being prepared for a different consciousness and a return to your true reality and nature. Your eyesight will change. Your hearing will change. Your smell, taste, and touch will all change. It has been happening subtly over time so that you might not notice, but it's as if you're losing sight in your human eyes so that you might see through your eyes of spirit. Losing hearing in your human ears so that you might be able to hear through your ears of spirit. And the same is true for tasting, smelling, and touching, and all communication through those senses, as well as speaking. Talking will fall to the background to make room for the telepathy that is used at the higher frequencies within spirit. You have been feeling as though you have been slowly disappearing for a while now, and now you know why. This has been the plan all along. This was the way that you would finally become truly free and regain your sovereignty and true divinity. There are no words to describe the feeling of this coming upon you. How could one possibly lose the identity that they have taken on in this human incarnation? It would be like removing your skin and removing your fingerprints along with it, so that there is no remembrance of your original human identity. This would be almost impossible. So instead, what is coming is an inside job, not an outside one. For as the consciousness of your true and higher self walks in and merges with all the aspects of you, you will naturally lose all identification of this aspect of you that was your primary focus. This you will cease to be the primary focus that is existing within your human form. and you will begin to see and know yourself as a free and sovereign aspect of that one energy that is called God. It is said that Christ will return like a thief in the night, but in fact, it is the Christ consciousness that is returning. It is the vibration of the Christ, which is made up of many frequencies that have been sitting at the right hand of the Creator, that is now walking in to your human form. It is the day and time that has been spoken about for 2,000 years, the second coming. And as it returns, that consciousness says to us, beloved, now you will see yourselves as that one energy, and it has not appeared as yet what you will be. But we know it will be like nothing that has ever been before or that will ever be again. Each person is opening the door for the Christ consciousness, their higher self, to walk in at their own rate. It is your free will and sovereign choice to open the door wide and let all the light flood in, or just slightly crack it open so that only small portions of light can enter, a little at a time. Some will still want to continue to experience all there is to experience in this physical plane through the eyes and awareness of the aspects of themselves that is only the one aspect whose focus is in the physical plane. In fact, this is where most of humanity is, and there is nothing wrong with this. But those that open the door fully will become new beings and will be like a beacon, light the way for millions and billions of others so that they may see that there is something far grander awaiting them when they open that door. This event that I am speaking of is not religious, even though it was communicated through a religious text. It is not spiritual, even though we are spirit, for that word has been diminished with its improper use. But it is energetic, for we are energy, and that energy is in constant motion. And like everything in motion, it is vibrating, and vibrating at a certain frequency. Therefore, this Christ consciousness is an energy that resides at a frequency within a vibration of the highest order, where perfection is made perfect, where purity and kindness of heart, soul, and mind are only present, and where light shines upon the world like the sun. This is the realm of the masters and the mystics and the saints, those like Krishna, Buddha, Christ, Melchizedek, and many others. This is what we have waited over 2,000 years for, the return of that vibration within every human being. This is what happened to Neo in the Matrix. That vibration entered into its fullness through a perfectly orchestrated moment, even though a part of it had already been within him. And in that moment, he became the one. All these masters were telling us that there would be a second coming, but that communication was manipulated so that we would look outside of ourselves for the return of those masters in the flesh. They never wanted us to look at them, but to look within ourselves and see that we were and are just like them. And now that second coming is upon us and is walking in to take residence within your human form so that you can know and transmit your own mastery as you begin to vibrate at the same frequency as they did when they walked the earth. And it was said, "These things and greater will you do." And now the path is clear. Now the path has been clearly laid out, and what is coming cannot be stopped. We will enter into a golden era for the next 1,000 years and beyond, nothing will be as it was for those that will receive that vibration of the Christ consciousness, and they will be many, and they will change everything and usher in the new world. They will carry the light of the sun within them and raise the frequency of the vibration for all humanity on this planet that we call Earth. Behold, the old things have passed away, and all things have become new. There's nothing to do. This is happening to you and for you. Are you ready? Applying the defibrillator paddles, turning on defibrillator, increasing the machine to 100 joules and charging. Defibrillator charged. Clear. Now pressing the shock button. Beep. Boom, 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 boom. Your new heart is now beating, and the rhythm is perfect. And the Christ consciousness has just walked in, and nothing will ever be the same. Now go and change the world. Many thousands of years ago, there was a great hall that was made for a special occasion. In this hall, there would come a day when a multitude of majestic beings would all come together to celebrate you. In attendance would be all the ascended masters, including Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, all the known and unknown angels and archangels, and a host of enlightened light beings. At the podium, there would be two who came to oversee this magnificent event. Their names are not important, but you must know that they are always with you. This event was formal yet informal, even as everyone was dressed in gowns and black tie. There was also a choir of angels and an orchestra filled with the greatest musicians ever assembled. The hall had been converted into a great ballroom, and the floor sparkled with the brilliant reflection of never before seen crystals. As the two stood and talked on the podium, you could feel the beauty and honor and the love that filled this hall. The energy of the two filled the hall with a relaxed and informal feel as all the assembled beings spoke with each other and reconnected with those that had not been with in quite some time. The mood was one of celebration. Then, all of a sudden, the massive doors of the great hall opened, and there you stood, dressed in the most beautiful array of clothing. The light around you was immense, and as you began to walk in, everything stopped, and everyone turned and looked at you. All beings present that day turned to you and bowed with an honor and respect that you could have never imagined. You walked to the center of the room and stood before the two, who also bowed. And without words transmitted, welcome home. The choir of angels began to sing your name, and the assembled beings continued to transmit an honor and gratitude that could be felt by all. The orchestra began to play your song, the song that you brought with you from your origin. And then your partner appeared, magnificently attired, and held your hand. And the two said, "Please dance your dance. Please share your gifts with us and the world, for that is why you came." And you danced with your partner to your song, and you knew you were home. Yes, this happened to me. And as I write these words with tears rolling down my face, I am here to tell you that it also happened to you. It is a day to remember. This is what is happening to me. And this is what I know will happen to you. It is grand. And it is what you've always waited for. Home will always be waiting for you. And so too is that perfect life with perfect health and a magic future. Thanks for listening, everyone. I am David.